Two, I'm sorry that we're not able to do this live, but in these circumstances, better couldn't be done. Let me thank you for coming to see us at police headquarters to discuss some issues in relation to the recent spike in gun-related homicides. I think you'll remember that 7 weeks ago I came to the country along with the Commissioner and along with Assistant Commissioner, Acting Griffith. And on that occasion we spoke candidly to you all on the crime situation in Barbados. We took, I believe, the country in our confidence. We discussed some of the measures that have been put in place to help to combat the gun violence and the gun-related homicides. Now, in the last few days, we've had 4 shooting deaths in 3 days. We had 2 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday, and 1 last night, Thursday. This brings the total number of homicides for the year 2022 to 28. I remind you that in 2021, we ended the year with 32 homicides. We closed out 2020 with 41, and we closed out 2019 with 48. In these circumstances, especially with 4 vicious shootings in a very narrow window, the country is very correctly concerned about this state of affairs. And they therefore feel that it's important that we come back to the country to discuss what for them would be a very burning concern. The first thing I'd like to say is that we must not lose sight of the fact that this is a spike. From practically time immemorial, we have always seen, whether it's in relation to homicides, gun-related crimes, burglaries, whatever it is, we've never seen a consistent level of activity. It dies down, and then periodically it will re-emerge as a spike again. Our first premise is that this is a spike. We've had spikes before. Whenever there's a spike, the Barbados Police Service doubles down, devotes additional resources where necessary, whether manpower or otherwise, and deals with that particular situation. So I think that's an important start-off point. The second thing that I want to home in on is that these shootings are not random shootings. Commissioner Boyce has already spoken to the country and pointed out that this particular state of instability is being caused by 2 or 3 groups that are engaging in feuding and recriminations. These criminals know and plot for the people who they're targeting, and invariably it is the associates or members of the rival groups. To me, this signals that on a whole, Barbadians remain safe in their homes and in their communities. So I want also to assure Barbadians that we have not descended into any state of anarchy. There's a spike, but these are not random shootings, and I believe that Mr. Griffith, when he speaks, will probably give you a little bit more information about that. So it's important that Barbadians stand assured that they and that Barbados is still a safe place. That being said, as safe as we are as individuals, these killings are undeniably going to threaten our way of life, and they will imperil the future of every Barbadian. And I want to stress this point. While individually we may be safe in Cave Hill, in Horse Hill, in wherever it is that we live, any time that Barbados is seen as being a lawless country with a lot of gunplay, it will serve to make Barbados less attractive, not just to Barbadians who live here, but Barbadians abroad, from our international partners and from our friends. So, as I said, while we may be safe as individuals, what has been happening can serve to have a severe and deleterious effect on Barbados and on our way of life. It is quite possible that as a result of some of this gunplay, people will begin to feel that we are under siege. It will certainly dampen our appetite for venturing out in the day and at night. And already I've heard people begin to say that they don't know if they feel safe. But that just goes to show that even though we begin by saying that they're not random shootings, that we acknowledge, Commissioner, that the effect of this kind of activity across our society can be quite serious. Our country's reputation for peace and safety could be lost, and this will affect each and every one of us as our tourists and our investors seek other shores.